This is Steven, and this is going to be my individual project for custom metals. I am making a rig that will attach these skis to a roof rack on my car. So I thought about it, and the only way that I could really attach them is these bindings on either side attach clamps that look like very elongated U's that will attach on their side, kind of like my hands, on either side, and that way they can't move sideways and backwards and forwards. So, and then right in front of them on each side, there will be more clamps that I will weld brown tubing on the underside. That will kind of look, it's kind of a rough sketch, but that will be cutting off just a random piece in the middle, and then cutting off a slightly smaller section, it doesn't really matter where, but maybe right here, and then welding it back to where there will be a divot in between to where I can put my strap that is on the roof rack. And then that will be then welded to each side of the clamps, and each of the clamps will be able to come off, so I need to find a way to, I need to screw through everything and then weld the top of the clamps. We'll weld a piece of metal to the top of the square tubing, which will be kind of the space in between the floor of the clamps and the roof of the clamps. And the roof of the clamp will only be welded to the square tubing, and the bottom will be free thus, and the only way that'll be connected is using just screws and then a nut at the bottom. So, yep, that is my entire project. Don't really know when it'll be done, so bye. Hello, I am Steven, and this is my individual project for custom metals, fourth quarter, third block. This is the ski rig that will connect to my Yakima rack that I have on my car, not currently. And this goes on either side, both the lower end of the ski and towards the front, and both of them fit in between these clamps. I have 4 of them right now, each with 4 holes, so the ski will fit in between both the bottom and the top of the clamp. And the only way that I could figure that I could connect this actual rig to the rack is there's a strap, and I have a divot in between, so the strap can fit in between and not move about when I weld on either side of it. And it's the same placement for the other part. And yep, that is my final project. So for my second project, I'm going to do the school-based one, and I am making a table for this welder, and it will weld to either side. Probably I'll weld to both, and it will look exactly like this table over here with the blue, I don't know about the blue, and the guard around the air tank, and this metal to wrap around the cords and stuff. So portfolio update, I was able to flatten my plate steel by welding 2 smaller pieces of metal with the same thickness on either side. It's relatively flat, and then I've welded 1 square-inch tubing to the welder rig. But problems is that I didn't have the gas on, of all things, and it was hard to weld, so I had to grind I'll grind the paint off, and I also try to make stilts in between, but the dimensions were wrong and the angles were wrong, so I had to cut off and grind away all the welds so it would look more professional. Last portfolio update, I finished my second project for the welder table. Problems with that was that one of the square inch tubings, the weld wasn't straight ground, so I had to take it off, thus creating a hole. So then I had to shave off the welds and then weld it back. And then also the dimensions, one of the, was off by like a ½ an inch, so I had to make a smaller piece on the top and weld it. Then also one of the welds for the square inch tubings, it was all oxidized, so I had to shave it off and then weld it back again. So a final third project is that I've already taken off the wheel well for this trailer, and then I'm going to re-weld it better on right there, and then it should look exactly like this. See, these welds don't have any rust on them. It should look about like that, and then I don't know if I'm going to be able to weld it back just using the metal for this and metal for this. I may have to weld on a piece and then weld it back. So that is my third project. So these are the welds after welding that wheel weld back to the trailer. That's top one, the left one, and the far right one, all of which I had to grind off the. So for my final project, it's for the client one, and I'm going to build an exact replica of this tree, only this tree is 5 feet, and I will be making a 7-foot one for my mother. So first of all, I need about 3/16. I measured out, it's like 3/16 for the branches, and then it's about 3/8 for the trunk. Unfortunately, I already bought 3/8, but it was stolen from me, so I have to buy some more. But I do indeed have the branches, and also the bottom at the like trunks, the stilts, whatever, will be used for to hold it up along with this circular disc, which I can find metal like that just around. Alright, final project right there.